Hey guys, I want to go over the McDonald's 300% return puts that we had. So right now I'm just gonna go over the breaks and the supports. So first, I'm on the daily. I look at this indication right here, which I see that green mark is crossing that black, which indicates a huge downtrend. So if I line that up right here, right when they intersect, I'll make my purple line. So we see that it already had a break. After that, I'm gonna look at this guy on the daily. That creates a yellow support, which already broke. So normally this one's mostly like an early indicator of like its downtrend. So if I make a line right here, you can sort of see it intersected at that point on this guy. This line will be yellow. So this is the early entry of the puts, but it's not like a full confirmation because the thing is we could have a bounce that could happen right here. But knowing that it stayed below this purple line, we know it's still a downward momentum. So now to verify it, I need to go into the 4 hour, which is the next step. The 4 hour, we have this green crossing the dotted line right here. That sort of indicates a support on the 4 hour. So if it crossed the 4 hour orange right here and across that purple, it does mean like a heavy downtrend. So right when it crossed that orange line and it made another red candle, that's sort of like a early indication of we should enter. We do have a resistance. I'm gonna get rid of this black line because that was for the daily. We do have a resistance. So right when we always reset our charts, of course. Right when this purple line crossed that red line, that indicates a resistance. So I'm gonna remove this. Yes. It creates a resistance. So we have a resistance right here, but that's right up on top, above like the daily support right here. So we have a resistance right here. This is like an early entry. It's like a swing trade. Normally when you have a resistance for the 4 hour, which is blue right here, and it broke the daily, that's our normally an indication of like a swing trade. So we do have another support that was made by the 4 hour. So we have two of them. So we have one right here where that green line crossed that dotted line right here. And we have an additional second time it crossed. So it did try to have like a secondary bounce, but it didn't hold. And I had to verify to make sure it had like a continuous downtrend. So we'll just move down to the 2 hour now. So I'm going down increment in time. So on the 2 hour, we have a confirmation on a cross right here. Right when this purple line crosses the red line and that blue line, that's a heavy trend line support for the 2 hour. So that's black right here. So that's a full confirmation. But normally, once I see this heavy downtrend right here, and we also have another breaking trend support right here because we see this green line crossing this dot line right here. So that's another indication of a heavy downtrend. And it sort of lines up with the black, so that sort of makes sense. And that one's purple. But normally, if it's below this other purple line, which we call the trauma, so this purple line is called the trauma. If it's breaking below the purple line and this orange line and it's below the trauma, that's not like a heavy indication of a put. We could, after that, that should be more enough to do like, to be on the safe side, to do like a 2-week put cycle on it. And your resistance, your stop loss would be like 299. So every time it jumps up from here, probably add more and average down, and then we have a confirmation on a break on the 2-hour black line, and that's when you just hold. Target price targets, that's sort of in its own. I normally use the 30-minute and just look at the 20-day moving average and the 50-day moving average. I'm sort of want to see this blue and this red line intersect. So I see an intersection right there. That's a possible price target. But 281 seems super low. So there's other instance like when it happened, like right here. So I'm gonna make this line black though. And that was the other support. So obviously it broke that other support, but it did stagnate a little bit right here because it wanted to maintain that support line, and it just had a continuous downtrend. But yeah, that's mainly it. I think the biggest thing I want to go over on the McDonald's puts were we have confirmation on the daily, which was the first early indication, which was the yellow line. Purple line, we got it from this one, right when the screen crossed that black line. That is the other support that broke. That's that purple line. So we did have this bounce. So we have to go to the 4-hour to confirm it. Always reset your chart when you change times. So we have the screen crossing this dotted line. So that is also indicating the 4-hour support. And at that moment, let's make it a so I want to make a circle. Oh, it's not even drawing shape. So at that instance right here, that's sort of like our entry point for our puts. Right when it crosses orange line. This is when we will start watching it. Then our other verification is the 2-hour, which we have a cross right here on that purple. When that green crossed that dotted line, and this would be our purple trend line. So yeah. So right when it crossed at that point, but we know that the 2-hour had a resistance also. Just based on right here, but it wasn't like a clear resistance though, because it did break above it. But knowing that it stayed below this purple line, we knew it was going to be a continuous downtrend. So that's it.